What's going on, everyone? Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media, and I am joined by Patriots great Brandon Bolden. Brandon, first of all, thank you so much for your time, man. I'm sure you're very busy, so I'm not sure how caught up you are on your old team, but the Patriots obviously going in a new direction with Mike Vrabel as a head coach, Josh McDaniels back in the fold. So based on what you know, how do you feel about this new direction for them, and how optimistic are you that they can get back to the winning ways that you experienced when you were in New England?
Oh, very optimistic. I love Vrabel. I loved him as a player. I love him even more as a coach. Played against him as a coach. So it's been great. So to see him move and transition back to his old stomping grounds, and then he's kind of like getting the band back together, bringing Josh back in with a young quarterback, and we all know how Josh is with quarterbacks. So I'm very optimistic because I think Drake Maye had a pretty good year, even though the team didn't, but I think he had a pretty okay year. So I was excited to see him with Josh because I know what Josh does with young players, and I want to see this defense get real active. So I feel like with Vrabel, we might get something different.
Absolutely. And speaking of Josh McDaniels, you followed him to Vegas, so you know him very well. What makes him so unique as an offensive coordinator? Because a lot of people like to tie him to Brady, but he's done it with different quarterbacks. So from your perspective as someone who's played for him, learned under him, what makes him a unique coordinator and coach?
Well, he gets the same credit as Vrabel. We're all Bill Belichick's kids at this point. So his attention to detail, him to be able to and kind of foresee what type of defense the defense is going to come out there and be in, or how they might try to attack his offense, and him being able to have an answer for it. I think that's a very unique style. I've been with a few other offensive coordinators who they learn from Josh, but they're not Josh. So, that's not a very easy job to do. So, credit out to Josh because he does his thing with multiple quarterbacks. I mean, we've all seen it, and he's done it himself. So I'm excited for him. Like I said, I'm excited for Drake Maye to go out there and get a chance to be able to do his thing, and hopefully they get him enough weapons and offensive line to keep him upright and see how good they can go.
Absolutely. Let's go a little deeper into Drake Maye, because a nice ball of clay that Josh is going to have to mold. What did you see from him in year one? And you've been around some good quarterbacks. What would you like to see from him maybe in year two to take another step?
Maybe not give up on the pocket so easily. There was a few times I felt like he kind of prematurely flushed himself, getting out of the pocket, trying to create a play, which I have no problem with because sometimes you can see it better after a good rollout, But I like to see him kind of stand in there, and I don't want to see him get hit. I don't want to see you take the big shot, but I want you to stand there and deliver a strike downfield. See if you can get us some points or get the ball moving. I'm a fan. I'll always be a New England fan, so I'm going to cheer for those guys, and anything they ever need, they know they can always call me. I just saw Jonathan Jones, and me and him was up in here talking about the same thing. So always going to be watching those guys, and we'll be rooting for them.
I'll close it out with one of your former teammates, Ramondre Stevenson. You were here his first year in the league. Obviously, he's matured a lot since then. What have you seen in his game? And still, every year you're trying to get better. What do you feel like he can improve as well?
Well, he could. I don't know. Ramondre got to lose some weight. I'm just playing. We
can cut that out.
Yeah. No, I used to tell him that when he first came in. So that's me and his joke. But it's just seeing him. You got to protect the ball. And I know that's kind of a cliche to say to a running back, you got to protect the ball because you was like, duh. But no, you just got to do a better job at it. But I did like, even though he did have his troubles with ball protection early in the season, he kind of corrected it, and he knew how to go about it, and he didn't blame anybody. He accepted the full responsibility, took accountability for it. So just to see him go through that kind of low into the season and finish how he did, that was a proud big brother moment for me right there.
Fantastic. Close out on that one. Thank you so much, Brandon.